And welcome back to another episode with Dime Peas and Parlays. Joined here today with my
It's good to be back. We back. Let's
great
go.
host, Sway and
I'm going to cook y'all
Steve.
up tonight.
So let's get into it. So this past weekend, we had the AFC Championship and NFC Championship games. Getting ready for the Super Bowl, we end up with the Chiefs and the Niners. Let's start with the Chiefs and Ravens. I told y'all the Chiefs are going to win this game.
That was ridiculous.
17-10 final in Baltimore. They go in and they knock off the number 1 seed Ravens. Reaction, boys. Talk to me.
To be honest, I don't even think that was a game, bro.
It wasn't.
I don't know who Lamar was. I don't know who their offensive coordinator was. What happened to the run game? What happened to everything, bro? Like, I give a lot of credit to the Chiefs defense because they have been playing lights out for the last couple of weeks.
Yes, I have.
But come on, bro. Like, they just look completely lost. They look like there was a brand new team, week 1, new head coach, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. That wasn't the same team that we were watch all season.
That was not the same team that we watched beat San Fran.
Facts.
It was not.
No, not
Where
at
was
all.
Lamar at in the pocket? He was sitting back there way too long. Where was Gus Edwards at when we needed him to run the ball?
Three rushes for 20 yards.
I'm not a Baltimore
Yeah.
fan, but I did want to see them win that game.
I think we
believe
all
that
did.
This game was strictly for entertainment purposes. We all had a feeling. We all knew that the Chiefs were gonna win that damn game. It's honestly sickening to know that they won that game because everybody knew it and it had nothing to do with skill. It had everything to do with entertainment, the Swifties, that whole shenanigan crap. That's a big thing that I feel like we need to touch base on is what is a league. What is
it
the
going?
league anymore?
It's
Where
become
is it going? Especially with sports betting now. I mean, I seen Ocho Cinco and Shannon Sharp talking about how I know Ocho. He was like saying how the league is going to go where the money goes. The league is going to go where the publicity goes. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's an entertainment platform. It's which he compared.
It's a business.
Yeah, it's a business. He compared it to WWE, which I don't think is spot on. But I get
At
what
this
he's
point,
saying.
you can even believe that, bro.
Yeah.
It's amazing to watch. I mean, even some of the calls that we all know how that goes.
Yeah, and that's where I kind of net off with this because I watched the Eagles have a hell of a season last year and then a hold on Bradbury on a ball that was questionable if it was going to be caught or not. But I think, like, in this game, though, I do give the Chiefs a lot of credit, though, with Mahomes starting the game 8 of 8, Kelsey balling out, literally. I think that there is definitely calls that go the Chiefs' direction. I will agree with you there, that it isn't for entertainment purposes. Many do go the Chiefs' way.
You know what's frustrating?
But they still go out there and do what they do. And that's the thing.
I will give it
with
to
Andy
you.
Reid and Steve Spagnuolo and the coaching for them to end up in another Super Bowl, another AFC Championship game, and Mahomes on the road this time, I give them their credit. But I do think that there's a lot of calls that do go the way of the Chiefs.
Listen, it's tough to give a team credit when you know that they have everything on their side, bro. Yes, Mahomes is an all-time great quarterback.
Yeah.
I will never take that away from him. He is one of the best quarterbacks we've ever seen pick up a football, hands down. Nothing we could take away from that kid. But it's just like, how do we continue to give these guys credit when everything is in their favor, bro? Like, you literally watch the game, and it's 17,000 commercials of him and Kelsey. It's become sickening, bro. It's not even like – it's a skeptical at this point. Like, everywhere you go, Subway, every commercial you see is either Kelsey or Mahomes. State Farm commercial.
Subway.
Like, it's like they're forcing them down our throats. And, like, we sit back and we say, damn, we had a dynasty where Brady was basically forced down our throats. But this is to another level,
Brady wasn't on
bro.
a commercial during the game.
And don't ever,
bro.
don't ever compare Mahomes to Brady. I mean, that's a whole different, that's a whole
mean,
different discussion.
That may be another
talent
episode.
Talent for talent. You can definitely put Mahomes up there, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, Brady didn't just get handed every single call, bro. He had
No,
that
for
man
sure.
had
But
to
Brady,
fight, and we've seen that.
bro. Today's calls are because of Brady. Today's calls of you cannot touch the quarterback is because of Brady. They were protecting him for many, many, many years. That whole it wasn't for Mahomes. This stems from
Yeah.
let's protect Brady. He's the cash cow.
Yep.
He's the money maker. We have to protect the quarterback at all costs.
And that's
So-
and that's very true because I think when you watch the Chiefs, you kind of feel it's like the Patriots.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? You got a lot of not big name wide receivers. And
You don't
have
need them.
that Brady Gronk with Mahomes and Kelsey. And you watch their games, and Dave Portnoy said this very well. The other team just seems to explode. That is because of the entertainment purposes of this league now, and you see a lot of the calls that reflect that. Or if the Chiefs are just the team where the other teams make the mistakes. But the Ravens they didn't look anywhere
That
close
was
than the Ravens
atrocious.
that we know. Roquan Smith,
Especially on
like,
defense.
yeah, like,
Hamilton, that man-on-man on Travis, he
And
could not guard him the whole game.
Kelsey
it was
bro.
ridiculous. What do you have? 116.
I think he was
Oh
11
oh my
for
God,
11.
yeah, he was cooking.
He was like 11 for
Swifty
11.
got
bro.
him right.
This is amazing. He
She
did
got him
not
right.
miss a single target. It was actually amazing to see. I was like, because the last 5 weeks before that, I couldn't even tell you how many he missed. I mean,
Yeah. He did have 2 in Buffalo, but before that.
like, give me a break too.
Lamar-
He was 11
I
for
know.
11. The kid. I mean,
I
come
feel
on.
so bad for Lamar though, but he didn't even make it. He didn't make a case for himself in that game. He was atrocious with the run game. He didn't personally want to run. Everybody was locked up. Like we could say, like, yo, he couldn't throw the ball. It was literally because they had a great defensive scheme.
There were times where he could have easily ran the ball though.
Yeah.
He
Not
had-
all-
I mean,
yes,
there was
that's what
one
I'm
time,
saying.
I think in the third quarter where he had the whole right,
And he almost
field
ended up
to
taking a
himself,
Can we talk about one
and
play?
He almost took a safety.
Can we talk about one play that literally we have to credit the defense of Kansas City, where that particular play changed the game for the rest of it.
Zay Flowers?
Zay Flowers
Yep.
dives in, bro. That was probably one of the best defensive plays I've seen bang to bang in many years, bro.
Yeah.
He literally
Midair.
dove and extended,
Midair.
punched it right
At
out,
the
bro.
line. And think about what Zay Flowers is feeling after making that play to set them up in the red zone, takes
Yeah,
the
bro.
taunting 15-yard penalty. That's like one of those things where you say Lamar, maybe it doesn't all fall on Lamar, but that throw, if Lamar gets him that ball 5 seconds earlier, he's wide
Which one?
open. The one to Zay
You gotta
Flowers.
hold on
The
to
one that he got
ball.
punched out.
No. The one where right before that set him up at the 11-yard line and he got called for the taunt.
Oh, okay.
Lamar
okay, yeah.
Jackson had him wide open. And
Yeah,
if he
but
sees him 5
as a-
seconds earlier, I know he's got him for a TD.
As a player, like, yes, your emotions get the best of you, but you gotta understand situational football, bro. You already know everything is against you.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're struggling to march down the field.
Yeah.
Why help them?
Mm.
You don't help them in that situation,
Yeah.
and that wasn't the only one that were called.
No.
There was one where I don't know the particular player, but he walked up to Kelsey and made
Roquan
head
Smith.
contact. Yeah,
Roquan Smith. He
like
got
your
involved.
you can't give them more life than they already have.
And you knew
Yeah.
they were gonna. This is the thing too. They already knew that they were gonna be taunting all game. They were gonna be,
Yeah.
working under their skin.
It
creepy
started
calls.
off at the beginning.
It's literally before the game. Did you see
Yeah.
Mahomes and Kelsey? They
Facts.
threw the kicker stuff to
Justin
the side.
Tucker, yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was just crazy to see. I was like, "Sheesh, the beef is real here." I mean,
But
it was
you
getting
can
intense
act
from
like that
start.
when you know you
Yeah,
have
when you
at
know
all
that
odds
You have everything.
with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have the refs.
You got the confidence. And
You have the team. You have the NFL backing you. It's like, yeah, get your shit out of here. Like, it was disrespectful. And it came down to, you know what? It made it look even more disrespectful to the fact that they lost.
yeah.
We kicked your shit out.
In
we
Baltimore,
were in
too.
your stadium. We kicked your shit out the way.
Yeah.
And we came here, and Kelsey literally lit their asses up, bro. There was no answer for him, bro.
No, that man was different.
There was a play where Mahomes literally, like, threw a grenade, and he was still able to catch the ball, bro.
That's the thing. Like, we were watching the game, and, like,
It's
he was
frustrating,
making
bro.
catches that it was just like, how did he, like, he's like a big man in basketball getting the ball down low and finding a way to score. It's like you can't steal it when he's that, like, big and powerful in the middle of the field. But I think what's going to hurt the Ravens here is it felt like this was Lamar's time.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Number 1 seed,
He folded,
MVP
bro.
season. He's still going to win the MVP. He's going to deserve that. But
Of course,
this
they
one,
don't care how many MVPs he won.
He
and they
I
already
folded.
know,
said that.
obviously, and that's the thing with this. It's gonna be tough to see kind of going forward from this what Lamar does. But
Do you
I
think he'll ever win a Super Bowl in
I
his
think-
No.
career?
No.
No.
I think as of right now,
I would love to
Look,
see. I truly
listen to me.
would.
Wow.
I
I'd love to
believe-
see that.
there's a lot of good
believe-
talent out there.
I believe if you're like a top 5 quarterback right now, let's just say Josh Allen,
Joe
and
Burrow.
Joe Burrow, and Lamar. Those 3 quarterbacks. If you don't get out of the AFC, you're not gonna see a Super Bowl.
And you're not even saying Justin Herbert now. Like
You're not gonna see a
with
Super
Harbaugh
Bowl,
going
bro.
to the Chargers. Like
It was like it's the same thing with Brady, bro. There was so many good quarterbacks in the AFC. Look at
Phillip
Peyton.
Rivers.
Yeah.
Peyton was a Hall of Famer, bro. But
Mhm.
you
Peyton.
just run against a
Ben
juggernaut, bro.
Roethlisberger,
It's just
yep.
like that's a brick wall that is gonna take you years and years and years to break down. And even when you break it down, that shit is like still multiplying. It's still building itself back up.
My
There's
next
nothing you could do.
Do you think Lamar will ever leave Baltimore?
No. He
Well,
just got paid,
He
bro.
did get in that
Yeah,
contract.
he got paid.
And they're not gonna
Bag.
trade
He
him.
did.
He got a bag.
Shout out his mom being the agent on
Yeah.
that. Yo, shout out the fam.
Shout out mom.
Do you
Shout
think
out Mama Duke.
Do you think this is why probably athletes and quarterbacks like try to get the highest paid? Is like, all right, I know I'm not gonna win a Super Bowl. I gotta get the most money possible. Do you think that's something that lingers in the back of their mind? Like,
Not
shit.
necessarily.
I don't know
think
if it went into this deal, but I definitely think it's a big part of like that contract negotiation because I think Lamar signed that deal knowing that this season having him they would be able to do that because Lamar Jackson makes
Yeah.
the Ravens, and
for
they-
sure.
you know what I mean? Like before they just barely made the playoffs, like just barely getting in, and
He
not really being
resurrected
competitive.
that. He
Yeah,
resurrected
so him on
that
the Ravens.
franchise.
He makes the Ravens competitive, and you get them the number 1 seed. He has the MVP season, and then you fall short. I see what you're saying. I definitely think it's big into the contract negotiations, but I think on this particular deal, like, I don't think he's gonna leave Baltimore, but it's gonna be hard to like the quarterbacks you just mentioned in the AFC.
It's tough, bro.
That is competitive. That is hard. The injuries, and you look at this. How many more opportunities will a team have like this? Number 1 seed.
And
at
football
home.
is hard to
Yeah.
compete, bro.
Speaking of other teams, let's
Talk
talk
to me.
about the second game of that.
The
The
Niners.
6:00 game.
Wait,
the
before
Niners.
we get to the next game,
Last points.
Taylor Swift. Look at me. I'm speaking to you.
Oh boy.
I am sick of your shit.
I am sick of seeing
Me
Taylor Swift
and my friends
at
no
football
longer
games.
want to see you. Please
Leave us alone.
leave us alone.
I think,
All right,
I think she's even sick. She was just like,
yeah. And bro, do you understand that she performs in Japan the night before the Super Bowl,
Literally.
And
the
she's
night before. She's still gonna make it.
and she's still gonna make
She'll
it, bro?
be there. She'll
For
be there.
Kelsey.
She'll be there the evening before.
This is
She'll
why
get-
this man
she'll
is
get to the
balling
Super
out
Bowl,
right
yeah.
now. You seeing the plays that he's making?
Bro, not for
Diving
nothing.
catches.
Not for
And
nothing.
then he goes home to that?
She looks like she's really in love with the kid.
Yeah.
It's all fake. It's all fake. Watch,
Nah,
just
I don't
wait
think
for
it's
it.
fake, bro.
Wait for it.
I don't think it's fake.
Wait for it.
She's in love with the kid,
It's
bro.
fake.
What happens if my man
It is
goes to the Super Bowl
entertainment.
and they don't beat the
Nah.
Niners and she dips out on him, or he wins the Super Bowl and they hit
She
it off in the
loved the
sunset?
kid. She loved the kid.
This is
bro.
a big game for Kelsey.
Bro, you don't see how happy she be, bro.
Stop it. She's
Baby
an
girl be
actress.
happy
She's an
for daddy.
actress.
She be up in the box
She's
with the fam.
a singer, songwriter, and actress.
Bro,
She's-
listen, when you are the most popular woman on planet Earth,
Mm.
excuse me, I think she's even more popular than Kim Kardashian, bro, to be honest.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Her fan base is insane, bro. They're literally waiting for her to pick who she wants to be as president because they say 1 in every 5 women in America will follow what she says, bro.
That's incredible.
That's sickening. Anyways, enough of Taylor, enough of the Swifties. Mike, take us away. Game 2.
So game 2, as Steve alluded to earlier, the Niners come back and beat the Lions. Steve, me and you really
Yeah,
we
go
were
ahead.
pulling
Get it
for,
off.
We were pulling for the Lions. We wanted the feel good story. Eminem in the press box, dropping
First
middle
time.
fingers. They start the
30
game
years.
red hot, and then the second half, the Niners find a way. The offense: McCaffrey, Kittle, Debo, Ayuk, led by.
Brock Purdy.
So that,
Oh, he's average.
He's trash.
Oh, he doesn't
No,
move the
he's not
needle.
trash. He's not trash.
Oh my God, he's such a
He
regular
doesn't-
quarterback.
He didn't do anything
Let's
for
get
that
into
team
it.
besides his 45 rushing yards.
And he
48 to
threw
be
2
exact.
touchdown passes.
I'll give him credit. He
He
did
threw
step
2
up in this
touchdown
game.
passes. Whoa, God
He
forbid you're in
turned
the
it-
red zone, you
bro,
can throw a touchdown
he
pass.
turned
Good
it-
job. Whoa. I mean, who else could do that in the league?
Let me
Everybody.
check your pulse, bro.
Debo Samuel could do that in the league.
Pulse is going crazy.
Yeah.
So
okay.
all right, so let me give the context for everybody. So not really, maybe an argument. Like, you're thinking that Brock Purdy is like overachieving to come in as like the last pick in the draft to do what he's doing, where Steve is more on like he's good, but he's kind of the system QB and anybody could work in that offense.
You just gotta get the job done.
So talk to me. What's your points?
For me, you don't have to be super magnificent. You don't have to be Patty. You don't have to be Aaron Rodgers. You don't have to be Josh Allen. The point of football is moving the fucking chains, right?
Yep.
The man does that.
He does.
He moves the chains, bro. Yes, he gets a lot of yak off of receivers and their dump offs and the yak that they get after their catch. But that's just how football is, bro.
Explain what
that's
yak
just
is
how
for
it
the
works.
viewers.
Yak is basically yards after reception.
Yeah.
So after you catch the ball, you get a whole bunch of yards after that. So what they're saying is basically his numbers his numbers are inflated. Yes, I get that, but that's the system that works
so you can't
for
say
them.
That he moves the ball. Let's be
Yes,
fair.
he does,
His
bro.
teammates move the ball.
Bro, they were down out. First half, it was looking very bad.
It was.
He turned around and he made big plays. He couldn't find someone open. He started rushing. We literally
How
did it.
can you not find somebody open when you have Debo Samuel?
They were locked
Christian
up.
McCaffrey ready for the screen.
Were they not locked up the first half?
One of his passing touchdowns that you brought up was to McCaffrey. That kid had 90 rushing yards. Not that hard to.
Listen.
He's a dog.
Yeah,
that guy's
he's-
built
yeah,
for war.
McCaffrey's
Who?
a dog. And by the way,
Yeah,
McCaffrey,
Bro, he's
shout out
an
to you.
animal.
You really got that Riz, my boy.
Oh, yeah.
Your woman's absolutely
I did see that.
drop dead.
Yeah.
She's
Anyways,
Go ahead.
you have to give him his credit, bro. He is he a system quarterback? You could say that.
So you're saying he's great? So
Yes,
you're
he's
saying-
absolutely great, bro.
You're saying he's great.
Bro.
Jared Goff, right?
No. Brock Purdy.
No, Jared Goff. We're talking about
Brock
Jared
Purdy.
Goff.
If
Please
you
tell me you're talking about Jared Goff.
if you're gonna give Goff the credit, you got to give
Bro.
Purdy the credit. Two back-to-back NFC championships. He's on his way to the Super Bowl. He
How
turned
many
it up
games
in
did
the.
he play?
It don't matter how many games he played, bro. He's in the big dance, bro. He was down in the first quarter. He was down in the second quarter. Second half, he came in.
Because he
turned
fucking
it up.
sucks, bro.
How does he
Whoa,
suck,
game-
bro?
whoa.
Okay.
I don't know about sucks there.
Okay,
Bro.
he doesn't suck. He's a good quarterback. I take that back. He does not suck. But when you rely on your quarterback the first half,
Yeah,
you're setting the pace. You're setting the pace.
It's okay, bro.
You're relying on your defense.
it's okay.
And your quarterback to lead the team in the first half.
Have you
of the
ever
game.
heard- have you
Okay,
ev-
no. Let me speak. Let me finish because you do this shit a lot.
Go ahead.
And I
Go ahead,
gotta
cook
get
it.
this off my chest. I've been wanting to get this off my chest since Sunday. There's a lot of shit that I gotta get off my
Go
chest.
ahead.
Brock Purdy is
good.
not great. Is he a good quarterback? Yes. Does his team make him look great? Yes. I can definitely say that. Christian McCaffrey, 90 yards once again. The only person that I seen him pass the ball to past the line of scrimmage was Debo Samuel. How can you not pass it to him? The kid's open. He's always open, bro. And he catches the ball. I mean,
Touchdown to IU.
Who on Detroit's defense
Touchdown
was
to
guarding
IU.
Debo? Yeah, in the red zone.
It don't matter. It gets the
It
job
does
done.
matter.
I
could
will say
pass
that
the
was
ball
a
in the
50.
red zone.
That ball should have been picked. The one that got to
Bro.
Ayuk, the 50-yard, it hits the guy in
Listen.
the
That was
helmet.
ridiculous.
and
Like,
then
give
goes
me a
out.
break. He didn't even pass the ball to Ayuk. It hit off his helmet, and God just sends miracles sometimes, and that was the one.
Yeah, that
for
was
the
a
I'm
very
49ers.
lucky break.
I'm actually one
That
question.
does not make him a great
You
quarterback.
you like to bet, right?
Of
You
course.
like to bet, right?
Of course.
How many
course.
times
No, I
have
don't like to
how,
bet.
how
I don't
many
like to bet.
how many times have you taken Brock Purdy for rushing yards when he's projected for 4, 5, 6 rushing yards? How many times have you taken him?
I called him having at least 60 rushing yards in
The
second
same
half
guy
of the game.
the same guy that's projecting 60 rushing
We can
yards
talk- hey,
from
shout
a
out to
quarterback that only averages 5 or 6 rushing yards per game. You're saying that you're projecting for him to go 60 rushing yards and then in the same breath say he's not great. You wouldn't take him any given night for 6, but the day of the NFC Championship, you're taking him for 60.
You would take
You're-
Lamar for 60. You would take Lamar for 100 yesterday
Lamar does-
or on Sunday, but he only had 5 or 6. They
Lamar-
just swip-swapped. I don't know what happened there, Sway, but I knew for some reason Brock Purdy was going to come into the second half and have 60 rushing yards.
He did
had
say he was
48.
gonna run. I don't know if
I
you said
did say
60.
that.
You did
I
say he was gonna run.
We can ask Youbes.
But
to
I will
bring him
say
on.
that was
But
way more
I
than
don't
we
know
ever
how I called
expected.
that, but that was That was different. That was
So
really different.
how you're projecting for him to rush for 60, right?
When
And
you
then-
have all the space to rush, you have all of your receivers out there, bro.
So he's
They're
gonna cook 'em
focused on the
up, man.
receivers.
So
They don't
why
expect you to
doesn't-
rush? It's
So
not
why
hard.
doesn't he rush for 60 yards on the regular then?
Mm.
But tonight, the night that he's in the NFC Championship, you're gonna expect him to
I-
run for 60.
I want to ask a question to Steve. Do you think it was more that the Lions gave this game up, or is that why you're maybe not giving Purdy all the credit? Because I feel like
No,
you're looking at it
he
like
rushed
it was
re-
his comeback with the 60 rush yards, which is something he doesn't normally do.
Why? Because he's never probably in that situation. He doesn't have to run the ball because he has so many great receivers around him that he could dump it off to, which everyone is complaining about, right? So why would he have to run? But on the night that, for just some reason, you think he's going to run for 60 and he doesn't. And you don't want to give the man the credit for being a great quarterback in a great system. Does he have to be super elite? No. He gets the job done. He moves the fucking chains, bro. In football, that is the most important thing. Move the chains. Everything doesn't have to be beautiful. Everything doesn't have to be a fucking bomb. Everything doesn't have to be glamorous. Move the chains. There's a lot of quarterbacks in the league that have made themselves stars in the league for being conservative. Alex Smith wasn't one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but he moved the chains.
That's true.
And then who he got his job taken by?
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes, right? He was put in a position just move the ball, move the ball, move the ball, move the ball, and don't turn over the ball.
Do you think?
That's how you win
I
games.
give him credit for winning the game. I give him credit for winning the game.
You gotta give him more than
Do
just
it.
credit for winning the game. You gotta
Half
give him
of the-
credit for being a
I
Super
give
Bowl
more-
quarterback.
I give more of the credit to the receivers on that team, and
Okay, that's
especially to
fine.
McCaffrey.
That-
I give
that's
more of the
fine.
credit.
So
So what I'm saying is there a difference? My next question to you. Okay, Sway. I love you to death, man.
Here we go. I love listening.
Is there
to
a
this.
difference between good and great?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
to cut in on that too.
I mean,
Is there
I think great is
Kobe Bryant is great.
Yeah.
He's great.
But you're gonna let me-
LeBron James is great.
because they've won. That's why
So
they've
don't
won.
call him great. If he wins a Super Bowl this year, I will let you call
Bro,
him.
That's-
Yeah, that's where I
names.
net off. If he wins the Super Bowl, I'm like, yo, sign him to a max term deal. I think he's good, and I think he made plays to wins against the Lions, but I wouldn't go as far as maybe where you're going because I think the Lions
Okay,
drop passes, 4th and 2, Reynolds dropping balls, not kicking the field goal. Just they made
Reynolds
mistake. They
did
made
it-
enough. They made enough
Who's-
mistakes where
can
I
I-
feel like I feel like they kind of let the Niners back. And then Purdy, to his example, ran 60 yards, got the ball to the playmakers that he needed to do. He did his job. He did
Exactly.
his role. I think that if he goes and wins the Super Bowl, I'll be like, yo, I'm already wrong on Purdy. I didn't think he was going to make it this far. I thought the injury from the NFC Championship last year, and I thought he would have been more injury prone.
He's
I would
also
have expected more games like he had against the Ravens on Christmas. He hasn't done that. He got him back in both playoff games, even though they
Bro,
didn't look
for
the
third,
best.
that was just probably
So
his
I'll give
worst.
him his credit. But
that
if he
was
goes
the-
and wins the Super Bowl, Sway,
That was the worst game.
this is all you, buddy.
That
This-
was the worst game, clearly, of his 2-year run.
yeah, that was the only
That's
really bad
fine.
game he had.
That's fine, bro. You gotta forget. You guys fail to forget that he is a third stringer.
I get that.
Sam Darnold was
He-
what in the draft?
But he also came
No,
in
I just
and,
one
and
quick
balled out,
question.
too.
One quick
He
question.
came in and balled out.
Sam Darnold went what in the draft?
Oh, he's first round for sure.
Exactly,
Right
right?
out of USC, yeah.
Sam Darnold still hasn't found a way to take the job from Brock Purdy. So stop talking to him. Stop talking about him like he's not that guy.
We're not.
If he's not that guy, somebody would have took his job because, it's so easy to just pass the ball to all this talent that's around you, right? If it was that easy,
The point-
Sam Darnold would have took his job.
Garoppolo could have done it if he could throw the ball for
Exactly.
25 yards.
But what happened?
Trey
That
Lance
hasn't happened. So
as well,
therefore,
too.
the franchise is moving forward with him, and they're
Aaron
gonna go
Jones
with
will
him.
look good.
That's fine, bro. You don't have to be spectacular. You don't have to be flashy.
So you
I
DeVito
will.
would look like a god on the 49ers.
What?
Tua would.
Tua would look great on
Tua-
the 49ers.
Yeah, that
Tua
would be
had the best
crazy.
wide receiver in football and shit the bed when it was his opportunity to get into.
Yeah, he didn't have
So,
four of
we're
them.
not
He didn't
talking
have
about
Brandon
him.
Ayuk. He didn't have
We're
Deebo
not-
Samuel. He didn't have Christian McCaffrey
Bro,
to
he-
run against
He had
any
Jalen Waddle. He
defensive line that
had
you could-
Waddle. He had Tyreek Hill. There's almost pushing for 2,000 receiving yards, bro. Stop
Tyreek
it.
Hill is the best.
Okay.
is the best receiver in the
And-
league.
and
But
if
just
you
because
have-
one receiver, if that man is
If
double
you
teamed,
have-
it's over. I don't know how Hamilton couldn't stop Travis Kelce. I'm not going to go back to that. So I do understand what you're saying about Tyreek Hill. I mean, speed beats literally everything in the league. So I really don't get it. But
Bro, he had every opportunity to win, and he shit the bed. Was it too cold for him? Was it this? Was it that? That's none of our problem.
Yeah.
Bro, you got to lock in and win games in any condition that you playing in. That's not an excuse. Next, he's not ready there.
So
he hasn't made the big dance. Brock Purdy has made the big dance.
if we put DeVito on,
I don't care about DeVito.
Just listen.
I don't care
This is
about
your
DeVito.
team. This is your
DeVito
team.
can't win
I have
enough
a
games to
question.
put.
It's
That
an
is an
optimistic question.
I see what
if
he's
you
saying
put
now, but-
DeVito
No.
in Brock Purdy's position,
No.
let me ask the
No.
question. Would he
I already
look
know
as
what you're
good?
gonna ask me. No, DeVito does not win a playoff run like
DeVito.
Purdy has. No,
DeVito.
All right, so the last point on Purdy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If he wins a Super Bowl, does that change your mind? Would you put him as a great quarterback if he wins a Super Bowl?
that's crazy.
Yeah, I would
At that
definitely call
point,
him a
if he
great
goes and beats
quarterback.
Mahomes.
But he's young. I think he's gonna choke. He's
see.
never been in a position like it before.
I'll tell you what.
Coming off a game against Detroit, like he just had, coming back in the second half
Yeah.
to by 3 possessions.
I don't think he's gonna rush the ball for 60 yards against Chris Jones and like Bolton in the middle. But I think
No,
I'll
wait, no.
agree
Real
with you.
quick,
He-
real
he
quick.
definitely has got
Every game.
further than I definitely didn't think he was gonna make it this far again. So I will commend him on that.
I knew he'd be fighting for a championship.
Big players show up in big times. He's done it.
He definitely has for.
I'll rest my case on Purdy. You can say whatever you want. He's not
Dominant is a
elite,
stretch. Is he doing it?
bro.
That's more.
He
that's
gets the
more
job when
what
he needs
I
to get
like
the
to
job
hear.
done.
So
He's on the dance.
so
He's in the dance. He's in the dance. He's in the ballroom. He's got a beautiful lady.
These
He's
guys
got
over here.
Beautiful
Oh,
receivers.
Detroit,
a great
Detroit.
running
I
back.
wanted the Lions.
course.
Detroit.
Detroit.
Fantastic.
You
dancer.
motherfuckers never cheer for Detroit ever in your life in any sport.
Well, hold up, Justin Verlander, young Justin Verlander. on
Stop
the
it,
Tigers,
please.
low-key.
Nobody ever.
I didn't want him to beat the
Nobody
Cardinals.
ever.
But so to conclude everything with the NFL as we look ahead to the Super Bowl predictions. Let me hear it.
I got
Who you got, Sway?
Brock fucking Purdy.
Niners over the Chiefs?
Yes, sir.
Steve?
I said it in the very beginning of this episode. There's just no beating the money aspect, the promotion aspect, the entertainment aspect. As many eyes as they can get on the NFL, they're going to. And if they can bring some of that attention into next season from the Super Bowl, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I think that I genuinely think that it wasn't just football being played out there on the field with in the Chiefs game and Baltimore game. And I think the same thing's going to happen in the Super Bowl.
No.
It's really interesting because I think the Niners have the best talent, obviously, across
I
the
want
board.
them to win.
Like
I
they
want
have,
the Niners to
and
win.
then
Believe me.
defensively,
I want to say Brock Purdy's great, and he did it, and Sway was right. I do want to say that. I really do.
It's
Will
gonna
I fight
happen.
against it until it happens? Yes.
I got like a sneaky feeling that
It's gonna
it's
happen.
gonna be a close. It's gonna be close this game.
You got to play defense, and that's not the same offense. That's all I'm going to say.
I think I'm gonna end up taking. I think I'm gonna go with the Niners in the Super Bowl.
They're going to be playing
Nah.
the
The
rest
only
of
reason
all
why
game.
maybe I favor that too is
It's too
because
much
the
star
only
power.
the only team that has beat the Chiefs in Patrick Mahomes' playoff career were when they played Tom Brady. And if you look at the Bucs, the way they got to the Chiefs in that Super Bowl was defense, and you put Bosa, Greenlaw, and Chase Young against that Chiefs offensive line that I think the Ravens, if they would have got there a little bit quicker, better schemes, put Roquan Smith in a better opportunity, that puts Mahomes in jeopardy, and I think they can collapse Kelsey a little bit better. I think on the field, at the end of the day, defense does win championships.
No
so
way Kelsey catches the ball like that again.
I know against Greenlaw, I
He
think it's
hasn't
going to be
in the-
tougher, and I think you have the 2 weeks for the entertainment of Taylor Swift building up to the Super
No.
Bowl. I think the Niners pull this out by 3. I'm not going to lie.
I want them to. What did you just say, though?
But I mean, if the Chiefs go
What
hit
did
the
you just
game
say?
winner, like that's the Chiefs. But I'm
I mean,
gonna go
there's
with
more
the
star.
Niners.
There's more
I'm gonna
star
take the
power.
Niners.
Too
here.
much star power.
Too much star power. Yeah.
So my thing about Brock Purdy is like, how are they down by 3 possessions in the first half? They
It
were
don't
getting absolutely demolished.
We're
They
gonna
were.
we're gonna
We're gonna
end,
play it on the field.
we're gonna end this segment just like this, bro. It's not how you start the race, but how you finish.
Well, let's see how
Simple.
he finishes.
Let's see
And
how
the
it
race
finishes.
is the race. We got one more lap to go, and we're gonna see.
Let's see.
Let's
It'll
go.
be interesting. We will we'll catch the Super Bowl very soon.
Yeah.
We'll be back
We'll be betting on it as well.
with Brock
so
Purdy as victorious.
We'll see.
When the NFL wins and the refs win the league.
No, it's
For
not happening.
Steve,
Super Bowl.
for Sway,
Yo, we out of here. It's up and it's stuck.
Thank you for
another
joining us.
episode soon.
Appreciate you guys. Let's go.